How you doing, everyone? So I am here with Chad Evans. Chad Evans is an online client of mine that has gone through the online plan for 16 weeks. So the difference between the online and the one-on-one, the clients are coming to me weekly to train. The online, I make you guys custom plans with nutrition and workouts, and they're following on their own and you know, reporting to me weekly on how they're doing, updated pictures and such. So did all of this on his own. Let's see. So day one, 4 months ago, he weighed in at 208 pounds. Now you're 36 years old. How tall are you?
5'7".
5'7", 208, 36 years old. He had a 42-inch stomach around his belly button. His body fat was somewhere between 28 and 30%. Today he walks in at 158 pounds. So that's 50-pound weight drop, a 6.07% body fat, and 30 3/4 inch waist. So he lost 11 1/4 inches off of his stomach. He lost somewhere around 22% body fat. Unbelievable. So every pound that he lost during this transformation was completely in fat. That's one of the most remarkable stats that I've seen. So I want to take you back to day one here and give us a little information about where you were at in your life mentally, physically, and how you actually came about finding us and starting.
Here at day one, I was just, I was tired all the time. I had worked out previously, military background in the Marine Corps, now I'm a law enforcement officer, and had just fallen under that, well, I'm working out a little bit here and there so I can go eat whatever I want. I'm working out, and then I just, you know, actually it all came to me one day. I was playing with my 2 kids, and we were running around the house, and they ran upstairs, and I ran up after them. I got to the top of the stairs, and I was physically winded, like hands on my knees, and just kind of came to that realization. I'm like, I'm 36 years old, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah.
And then my family's gonna be without a father, my husband or my wife without a husband, and I wasn't happy with myself. I'd look in the mirror and I'd always tell myself, you know, you could probably get in really good shape. So I'd go to the gym, work out for an hour hard, or work out for 2 hours really hard, and then I'd go out to a pizza place and eat a whole large pizza because I told myself, hey, you worked out hard today.
Yeah.
So you can go eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then I was just in that rotation, never wanting to go with my family to the swimming pool, just generally not happy with myself, happy with my life with my kids and stuff, but not happy with myself.
Yeah.
And so after that little just moment at the top of the stairs, probably the couple of biggest inspirations for me is that I know Brandy Wisdom personally, who's a client here and here all the time, and also another female by the name of Ashley Spiegel, who is a client here. Knew both of them, and knowing and seeing that they had actually done this plan, talked to them. There's no magic special pill. There's no, hey, do this, and we promise you're going to get these gains. It was, you know, contact Micah. You know, he'll set you up with a personal plan, and if you put forth the effort, it'll work for you. So talked it over with the wife, mulled it over my head for probably 3 or 4 days, and then finally decided, you know, the money and everything else is not even important if I end up, you know, in severe or, you know, even worse type of shape in my life.
Sure.
So I contacted you, you got me the plan, and started on the plan, and within the first week or 2, I honestly thought you were crazy a little bit.
I am a little crazy.
It hurt so bad, but I started noticing that just every day I could get out of bed, I was less sore, I felt better. And then as my wife started taking the every 4-week pictures of me, I started looking at them and going, I can get myself in really good shape, and I was getting happier and happier with who I was.
Yeah. So day by day we see subtle changes, not only in your physical output, but also your physical change mentally, your energy wise, and so those little end up turning into a big transformation at the end. I mean, 50 pounds is a small child. You know, I mean, and you lost a child in 4 months, and people go, oh, well, there's no way that could have possibly happened. Like, it happened. This is video, we can't Photoshop that. Like, he was 208 pounds, 5'7", and he's 158 pounds today, and he didn't drop any muscle doing it, which is, you know, we'll see a lot of times in the gym what people do, like you were saying before, you go, you train really hard, and then you eat really bad. Well, that's the kind of body you're going to get when you do that. if you don't do the nutrition side, you're not going to get to your full capability, regardless. You'll see a lot of females, what they do is they get on cardio, they do tons of cardio, they undereat, and so they get what I call like skinny fat. They'll lose weight, so their scale or what they look in clothes is decent, but they're high in body fat, which is still very unhealthy. So during this process, I mean, what was the hardest part for you to get accustomed to? What things can you tell the people out there that may be struggling with the same things you were?
The hardest part for me was the diet. I wrestled in college, and like I said before, military background, being in law enforcement, you know, the two things I needed most was someone to give me a plan. To say, hey, follow this plan, give it time. That was the other thing, was time and diet. I needed a plan where someone said, hey, give this 12 weeks. And then honestly, was the diet. I never knew, you know, for my body, how many ounces of lean meat I should be eating, how many of this. And then once I got the plan, and you had all those little tips in there about pre-make your food on the weekends or twice a day, and then I got into the habit of coming home in the evening, packing my entire meal for the next day. I went out to Walmart and bought a huge lunchbox.
Sure.
Wake up in the morning, get my cardio in, pack my lunch, and then my body literally got to where if I was an hour or so off on eating time, my body would tell me, you need food. And so, you know, just those little tips that you put in the plan for me that said, you know, if you can't eat food, eat something, but go to a restaurant and tell them you need them to do this to your food. All those little tips that came in the plan I got just made it so much easier for me to see the results that I always wanted to see, so I could keep pushing forward with the plan. So I'd say the hardest thing was the meals and the time, but what helped me was this plan that I had in front of me that told me how to beat those obstacles along the way.
Awesome. So what I see a lot is, you know, people will write and say, well, how do I get in great shape? What ab routines do I do? What chest exercises? How much cardio? Yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, it's what's the majority of the day, which is your nutrition side of things, and it's so crucial. Can't tell you time and time again. You have to eat right to look the way that you want to look. Bottom line, I can get him and another guy that looks just like him, and he can be eating pizza and macaroni and cheese and training just as hard as the other guy, but if the other guy is eating the lean meats and the vegetables and the quality proteins and everything, that guy's always going to come out on the top, because it's just food is your fuel, and food is what makes you look and feel a certain way. So what can you tell the people out there that where you're at right now, day one, female or male, doesn't matter. I mean, what can you tell them?
I can tell you this, that if you're in a spot in your life to where you're just not happy with yourself, you're looking in the mirror, you're walking around, you're just not happy with yourself, that I found over the 16 weeks that I did this plan that Hitch Fit is not a gimmick. Like I've heard that used a lot of times. It's a gimmick. It's not a gimmick. It's an honest to God. If you're willing to put forth the effort and follow the plan, it can change your life. It's a game changer. It has made me know that I'll stay like this for the rest of my life now. I have the tool. This gave me the tools in place. And the biggest thing is that you can be this guy that I was, and you can come out of that.
In 4 months.
That's the one thing. I actually just got to where I figured this is who I was going to be for the rest of my life. And in 16 weeks, I found out otherwise.
And when you're going through a plan too, one thing I always try to tell people is you want to get to a point of, a lot of people get to a point of content where they're like, oh, I feel pretty good at this point, you know, and then so they stop or they lay off. You have to go beyond that point of content and get to that point of excellence, as I call it, where you're in that top 5 percentile of where your body could possibly be, get in its best shape. You're 36 years old, you have ripped abs, you know, and you were a 42-inch around your stomachs 4 months ago. Anything is possible. We ate balanced, we didn't cycle any carbs, we didn't do anything. He just used the food that he had to use for energy inside the gym to work really hard.
No pre-workout supplements. Nothing but just
some protein powder.
Protein powder was it. You know, none of that coming into the gym and having to make sure I drink this 20 minutes before I work out or anything. My energy was my food.
Yeah, yeah, it's your fuel, just like you put gas in a gas tank in a car. It's the exact same thing. So, well, Chad, I can't tell you enough how proud I am of you for your hard work, how much you're going to inspire so many guys and girls out there. I mean, this is why we do what we do, and for you to go through the system flawless, I mean, it's unbelievable. 50 pounds is awesome, but more importantly, you're at a much healthier spot in your life, and you will remain this way the rest of your life.
Yep, I will.
For your family, your wife is not on. I'm sure your kids are a lot more active and excited that their dad can go play with them anytime. So thank you again so much, buddy, and best of luck. We're always here for you. So definitely check out all the Hitch Fit transformations on hitchfit.com. Check out Chad and read his story, and thank you so much for following.